NicknLex here.
Hey everyone!
How's it going, guys? So tonight we're gonna do a marathon for our dear Mark Alexander, who won the raffle recently, and we're gonna do a marathon TODD RUNGREN.
Yes, exactly. So TODD RUNGREN marathon. This is from the album Initiation of 1975. Thank you so much, Mark, for your patience with this. We really appreciate it. We've really been looking forward to doing this, but as you all know, we have a little to-do list that we're
almost
checking off.
The good thing is we're almost done,
Yes.
but very near, so we're basically almost there. So I'm so happy that we're finally gonna be caught up for good, and then we're gonna basically try and just stay on the ball, you know?
Yes.
And but it was a lot. It was literally like months of stuff that just piled up. So
we had setbacks, as you all know.
Yeah.
So yeah, no more excuses, no more. But let's get started. We've done 2 TODD RUNGREN reactions on the channel. One of his solo stuff, check that out here, and another one from Utopia. Check that one out over there as well. And other than that, we haven't done any TODD. We know a lot to discover. We hear his name a lot in the comments, and that's why I've really been looking forward to doing this for Mark, our dear, dear friend. Thank you for everything. Let's get started.
Yes, I just wanted to say something. It's super weird, and I even talked about this the other day with Graybeard. Sometimes we do so much. We have, heard so many artists that it is really sometimes stuff just becomes a blur, so I would never recall what we heard in the first video. I have no recollection, and since we don't watch our own videos, it's kind of hard to keep up, so I have actually no idea what style this is, or even since we did those 2 reactions, but I can't recall them at all.
Well,
which is kind of crazy.
I listened to the Utopia song Caravan quite frequently because I have that playlist constantly in the car of like the NicknLex master list. And I don't know, there's hundreds of songs on that playlist, guys. If you want to go on Spotify and check it out, you can. It's not every single song we've done because we're still in the project of trying to get that list finalized.
With the marathons, it's grown very much.
It's grown very much. However, for some reason that song comes up a lot. So
maybe it's
some songs never come up. I have it on shuffle and I don't know, but let's get started. So this is what we're going to be doing from the album Initiation. The first 3 tracks: Real Man, Born to Synthesize, The Death of Rock and Roll. And then we're going to skip to track number 6, which is Fair Warning.
Right.
So this is what Mr. Alexander chose for us, and I just can't wait. I know he has an awesome taste and a great part of the community.
Baby. 1975.
Yeah.
So yeah, here we go. Thank you, Mark, so much for this.
Thank you.
For those of you who are new to the channel, I hope you enjoy. Maybe you want to subscribe or like, whatever. And for those of you who are subscribers, thank you so much for being here. So let's go.
Let's get started.
I didn't know but now I'm a man, look like a man, old as a man, and I should know better. Got my head in the sky, and There's a real man, a real man. Forget about my body and be a real man. I see with my heart, hear with my heart, I feel with my heart. Sometimes it looks like so-called friends put me down, and they pity me for trying. Bad emotions push me around, but the vision shines on it all. It will shine when we all are gone, and I'd like to have a little sparkle while I'm here. Light it up way down inside me. There's a real man. Everything and they laugh at nothing, and they only live to criticize. You can laugh at me now, but the time comes to everybody, and you must decide. When the day finally comes along, you might wish you'd been a little more strong. It's a real man.
Very good. It's very that the one where you like it reminds me of like it sounds very 80s even though it's 75, right? But it's just like out of the gate it's like a lot of information. A lot of music is being done like in a 4-minute song. It's very much it's like, I don't know if it's the recording. What do you think?
I love it, and I think it's awesome because I knew that Todd was a multi-instrumentalist, and that's why when you saw our faces turn white at the beginning, that means we're on Wikipedia or Wikipedia the internet, which we have not found out how to do Wikipedia on dark mode, which please, if you know.
I don't think it exists.
I really hope it does. But I looked it up because I wanted to see what all he was doing. And he's doing the vocals, the guitar, the keyboard, the synth. And I think it's great. This is the most listened to song on the album.
Yeah.
And I'm into it, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I like his voice. It's very like, I was trying to somehow look for a band that reminds me of this, and no
not
success.
Break the tradition.
Yeah, I mean that's a tradition. Come on, it's like NicknLex tradition, but I could not find anything that sounds like him, which because is pretty awesome.
It's
he doesn't sound proggy. It sounds more like
it sounds pop. It's very digestible. It's very I can see why it had the most success out of all of the other tracks on the album, which we have yet to hear.
Yes.
But I'm digging it. I really think I love the backing vocals and just
the bass.
Like you said, there's a lot of layers. The bass, I was constantly coming back to the bass, and I like the keyboard, how at times it sounds very
like chorusy.
Exactly.
It's like when I did this movement, there's a lot of layers on this recording. The way it was recorded has a lot of sound, like, and it's just, but in different, I don't know how to explain it, man. Like, I really don't. It's just like, let's keep it at, it's really good. It's really good. I'm liking it, but it is a bit different to it sounds like a radio hit. This one. So maybe the next one is going to be more, who knows?
Yeah.
Because that's what happens when we see the numbers on certain tracks. We're like, okay, that must have been the radio.
A lot of people like this, know this, listen to this. So that's why we mention that a lot, the plays on Spotify. So since we've got a little bit less than a minute left, do you want to let it run into the next song?
Let's let it lead over.
What else?
The next one is going to be Born to Synthesize. So that's kind of cool because it is very synthy. So let's keep going.
More you love the synth.
Yeah, you love the synth. The Sith.
No.
Let us know if you guys know what the Sith is. Let's see how many nerds we have. Let's go.
Okay.
Real man, got to grow up sometime, be a real man, suffer them slings and arrows, be a real man, yeah, be a real man, don't sell yourself for nothing, be a real man, be a real man, don't take no crap from no one, be a real man, be a real man, get your trip together, be a real man.
That was more leveled here. The other one, it was
I
literally.
can see exactly what you mean. I
A
have not
handful
heard
of
it.
nothing is all that I need. It contains plus and minus everything. The odd combinations of what make up the world that you see before you. On one hand I hold what people call good. The rest are holding the other. These are just symbols to the perfected minds, of which we are but mere reflections.
I want it to like.
I was born to synthesize, energize and catalyze. I was born to synthesize. Like waves on still water, the forms reappear, quickly erasing the ones before. But forms like these are born only to die, but the life in them lives forever. Pyramid spheres and obelisks are the patterns of all creation.
Hear that?
But the God's only desire is to get to the big triangle.
Oh, I hear it.
It's so trippy because I almost have a feeling I'm listening to an LP, like a LP. Yeah,
Like an actual like.
because it has a little like. But I think they just left them in. I mean, it doesn't sound like a remaster. And there's people. We just met this guy the other night, and he was like an LP like aficionado, but not the remastered ones that we get. Like he really looked for the ones from the 80s, the ones that have bumps.
Yes.
The ones that are scratched. Even like, oh yeah, I bought this record for $300 and 2 songs are scratched, but hey, more power. And he's just like he likes the way it just sounds, the original LP
Crunchy
experience with the.
Yeah, and I can hear it. At first I was like, okay, I didn't hear it that time. Then you said it again, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pay attention. And then I heard it, and I thought, okay,
Yeah,
but I like it. Cool. I like the echo effects. I like the.
And then it slows down the voice, and that also would happen listening to LPs sometimes, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So yeah, it's cool.
This is fun. I like it.
So yeah, this is a very trippy song. Of course, it's more like a cappella, right? But with the cool, I don't know what he's using.
I'm gonna see if the beat drops, like they say. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. If it doesn't, I'd be okay with it because it's a nice maybe transitional song to the other. But I'm excited that we are listening to the 3 first tracks. I like when you guys do that for us because it really puts us not only into the song or the artist, but right into that album and into that first listen. I got you first. Okay, let's keep going. Here we go.
To synthesize, visions rise before your eyes. I was born to synthesize.
I don't know, maybe it's done in real time. It's gonna scare us here.
Apparently they game away. But the odd combinations of leading you on to your home, which is in the center. You were born to synthesize. Ain't no job without surprise. You are born to synthesize.
Let it bleed over.
Must be the days of rock and roll. Critics got together and they started again. You get your records for nothing and you call each other names. Things got out of hand, somebody got sore. Now we're all tuning up for the rock and roll war. Time to take our sides. Happy rock and roll time. Help your drink in the window. Must be the days of rock and roll. Nobody came, nobody played, nobody sang. Just my lonely guitar. Nobody played, nobody sang, nobody played. Just my lonely guitar.
with this air guitar. It's scary to look at it. It's like she's like already there. Like you're feeling the notes, right?
I am. I can hear, and I can, like you said, I can feel when it's gonna change and go up or down.
I'm like, wow, like she's like really in there, but really cool. It sounds a little bit like he speeds up and then he kind of like goes back.
I've heard
so
that too.
I had a little bit of a in this one it did remind me a little bit of Talking Heads.
Oh, okay.
Just the chaotic, you know, just the humor in the, or a little bit of Zappa or Bowie.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Maybe?
I could see that. He's definitely,
but a very original though. Very
exactly.
original.
That's what I
like
wanted to say. He's really trying to prove a point of like
being unique.
I'm gonna show you something you've never, maybe not never, but that you don't often hear
up to this point, maybe.
Yes, and that.
That's hard to do.
Remember that this is 75, so the synthesizer came out.
The synthesizer.
Like, in this time, but maybe it wasn't as frequently used as it became later on, you know?
Right. So, yeah. I mean, I guess 70s, this like synthesizer, I guess by Yes and King Crimson and ALP, they did use but I don't know if it was called already the synthesizer. I don't know, but yeah.
Well, I'm loving this.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really, really different, but in a good way. Very high pitched vocals.
Yes, very, very.
Really cool.
Very. I'm gonna use this word again, digestible, because he has this sound where it's like, okay, this is weird, but I can play this to someone who's maybe not on that Yes level, right? You know. Right. I'm really liking this, and I did like how Born to Synthesize was, in fact, or it felt like to me, like a gateway into
this
death
one.
of
Because he was
roll.
like Born to Synthesize. Even in this song, he sings about Born to Synthesize, but also like going to war, and then the death of rock. Right? Really cool. I do like it.
Let's keep going.
Let's continue.
Okay, and then after this,
we're gonna jump
to Fair Warning.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Must be the death of rock and roll. Must be the death of rock and roll. Must be the death of rock and roll. Oh, we were supposed to be free. Oh, we were supposed to be free. Oh, we were supposed to be free. Now we were supposed to be free. Must be the death of rock and roll.
You see, I told you he has humor. He has like that, you know.
That sounds like Marley snoring.
Oh my God, literally.
Speaking of, he was right here when that was happening.
Lurking around. He was like trespassing.
Lurking.
Everything you can do, like lurking, trespassing, loitering. But it's just like how we engage with him. It's so funny. What are you doing there loitering, huh, Marley? And he's just like...
he's like, what?
Like, his ears are just like moving accordingly. Okay, so let's move to Fair Warning.
Yes, we've had the 3 shorter tracks of the marathon, and now we're moving on to a longer 8-minute track. So let's see what this is about. Let's see if this goes a little bit out there. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's try.
You know, we
Hoping won't do it. Praying won't do it. Religion won't do it. Philosophy won't do it. The Supreme Court won't do it. The President and the Congress won't do it. The UN won't do it. The H5 won't do it. The sun and the moon won't do it. God won't do it. And I certainly won't do it. That leaves you. You'll have to do it.
I know that you've been wondering if I'm the same man inside. Never tried to fool you,
I like it.
'cause I got nothing to hide. I could never be this high down till I've seen paradise with my very own eyes. Come on, us all. Time owns us all. Life owns us all. But the world doesn't own me. The world doesn't own me. Don't you follow me now? I ain't afraid to say I may have been wrong. Yeah, I have to go now. I'd rather live by a dream than live by a lie. Yeah, 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 and that's why ain't no cure for what I got, baby. Just have to suffer. Feel no pain, I can't complain. Things could always be rougher. But I picked up this ladder, and I just can't put it down. No, I can't let the world die just 'cause no one would try. Come on,
That was so bizarre.
That ending, those last like what,
yeah,
30
like the
seconds?
last minute is like, okay, this is going on way too long. We're not gonna do a fade out. We're gonna literally change the whole song and then fade out.
Yes.
Right? It's funny.
That was
But
great.
good, though.
What a great track. I mean,
Yeah.
I found it hard to find a good pausing
Yeah,
place because
there
I
was
felt
no
like
pausing.
each
Every time you wanted to
section-
pause, he was like, you
yeah,
know?
or
You
the
know.
guitar was doing something, or
Mhm.
the what do I want to say? The brass was
The
doing
sax.
something. It
this was very. Did you find it like rhythm and blues more gospel?
It did.
A lot of
yes.
gospel. Like it sounded like the choir was almost like in a church. It was
Mhm.
very cool.
Mhm.
Very gospel. I mean, compared to the other prior
Oh,
three
yeah.
tracks, it sounded more like literally like a not a blues but rhythm and blues. Like
Yeah, I agree. I think
Right?
this track
I
was
really liked it. you
a
know?
trip. I mean, those 8 minutes.
And then
just
he
felt-
can go up very, very high.
Yes.
How they feel what?
They felt very just like, I don't want to say like a jam because it didn't feel it. It was very structured. But I felt like all of the musicians had their time to shine.
Yeah.
I
Ooh,
mean, there wasn't like a drum solo
No.
or even a bass solo, but I feel like, I don't know, I really enjoyed that because it did give you a good idea of what they're all capable of. And I'm sure Todd did a lot of what we heard.
Yeah.
But
Like
I
I
loved,
think he played the sax solos. But he like I loved the way he would always do like the you know, that kind of
Yes.
stuff and
awesome guitar work.
awesome guitar work. Just the whole
synth and the keys were there. a
yeah, the
little
backup
bit.
vocals beautifully
Mhm.
sung. Just like I felt that gospel vibe. I love
Mhm.
that stuff. you know?
Yes, yes.
So
Thank you so much, Mark, for this.
yeah.
You guys let us know what you think. Again, we've heard the name Todd Rundgren many a time in the comments. Do you guys
many
many o time? What do you guys think of this marathon choice? I like when marathons stick to one album personally
Yeah, me
because
too.
it helps you submerge. And yeah, obviously some marathons are themed where several artists are involved or one artist, several albums. That's cool. You guys, your creative juices get flowing. But I really appreciate that Mark did this for us because I can say if I see that cover, which by the way, I've been wanting to say is pretty awesome. If I see that cover somewhere, I'm going to know, oh, I know at least 4 tracks from this album.
That's
know?
why I want. Yeah, I would. If I could have one wish granted, when you do the marathons, I wish it was just one album. But I know that's difficult because I mean, if you would ask me, hey, if I would request a marathon, I wouldn't do one album either because I want to show the best of. I want to make my own best of version in 20 or 25 minutes. So I do get it that you guys, but sometimes we do get a surprise like this with the same album and it's you know.
Yes, I agree. But thank you so much again, you guys, for sticking with us, for spending these 40-ish, 35, 40-ish minutes with us. Please know that we don't do marathons together this often because as we speak, I am in pain. I feel stiff. I just can't sit for very long. And I enjoy the music very much. And I'm able to like...
How do you do it in the office?
I get up constantly. I'm not all the time sitting down.
You know what we need for you? We need a wireless headset where you can just walk off and go
like
to the
dance.
kitchen.
Yeah.
That'd be a weird reaction. You just get up and you know. But yeah, no. But I get it. Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all so much for everything. We hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't already.
Thank you.
But more than anything, we hope to see you all in the next one.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Take care.